In the quiet town of Ravenswood, a chilling aura hung in the air, hinting at the spectral remnants of the past. It was a place where the weight of history pressed upon the present, where the echoes of long-forgotten tragedies reverberated through the cobblestone streets. Ravenswood had once been a thriving community, but its prosperity had crumbled beneath the weight of a mysterious incident that stained the town's history. Decades ago, a catastrophic fire engulfed the old textile mill, leaving a trail of devastation and loss in its wake. Lucy Thompson, a local historian and folklore enthusiast, had dedicated herself to unraveling the secrets of Ravenswood's haunted past. Armed with a passion for unearthing forgotten tales, she scoured archives, interviewed elderly residents, and delved into the cryptic folklore that lingered like an ethereal fog. Through her research, Lucy stumbled upon a chilling legend, whispers of ghostly apparitions sighted near the remnants of the charred mill. Locals spoke of encountering spectral figures, their bodies wreathed in flames, wandering the night as if trapped between realms. Intrigued, Lucy sought out those who had encountered these phantoms, hoping to piece together the truth behind the haunting tales. One elderly resident, Mr. Johnson, shared a bone-chilling account of witnessing a spectral figure within the ruins of the mill, its fiery visage sending shivers down his spine. Driven by a desire to uncover the origins of these apparitions, Lucy delved further into the history of the textile mill. She discovered records of a tragic incident that had occurred on the fateful night of the fire. A group of workers, trapped within the inferno, had perished in the flames. Lucy couldn't shake the feeling that their spirits still lingered, bound to the site of their untimely demise. She felt compelled to venture into the charred remains of the mill, seeking a connection with the restless souls. With trepidation in her heart, Lucy entered the ruins, the whispers of the past growing louder with each step. She could almost feel the heat of the flames that had consumed the building, the tragedy seeping into her very bones. As she explored the dilapidated corridors, the air grew thick with sorrow. Shadows danced along the walls, their movements echoing the anguish of the lost souls. Lucy's senses heightened, and she could almost hear the faint cries of the trapped workers, their pleas for release etched into the fabric of the mill's ruins. In that eerie silence, Lucy realized she was not alone. A spectral figure emerged from the darkness, a flickering visage wreathed in ethereal flames. The ghostly presence stood before her, a manifestation of the tormented spirits that remained trapped within the mill's charred remains. Lucy stood frozen, her breath catching in her throat as the ghostly figure drew closer. The ethereal flames that enveloped it cast an eerie glow, illuminating the pain etched upon its spectral face. With a voice filled with sorrow and longing, the spirit began to recount the events leading up to that fateful night. It spoke of the oppressive working conditions, the neglect of safety measures, and the disregard for the lives of the mill workers. As Lucy listened, a surge of empathy welled within her. She could feel the weight of their suffering, the injustice that had claimed their lives. Determined to bring their stories to light, she vowed to seek justice for the forgotten souls of the mill. Armed with her findings and the testimony of the spectral presence, Lucy embarked on a mission to expose the truth. She tirelessly researched the town's historical records, uncovering evidence of negligence and corruption surrounding the tragic fire. She reached out to local authorities, journalists, and activists, shedding light on the untold story of the mill workers and their gruesome fate. The town was stirred from its slumber as the haunting past resurfaced, demanding accountability and justice. As news spread, the once silent voices of the workers found echoes in the hearts of the townspeople. Protests and rallies filled the streets of Ravenswood, demanding investigations and reform. The specters that haunted the ruins of the mill had become catalysts for change. In the wake of mounting public pressure, an inquiry was launched, unearthing long-suppressed evidence and exposing the individuals responsible for the tragedy. Corporate negligence, safety violations, and corruption came to light, leading to legal repercussions for those involved. The spirits of the mill workers, their stories no longer silenced, found solace in the justice that had been fought for in their memory. Their spectral presence began to fade, as if finding peace in the knowledge that their voices had been heard. Ravenswood, once haunted by the ghosts of its past, began to heal. The town rallied together, rebuilding the ruins of the mill as a memorial to honor the lives lost. The charred remnants became a symbol of resilience and remembrance, a constant reminder that the past should never be forgotten. Lucy's efforts were celebrated, her dedication to uncovering the truth immortalized in the annals of Ravenswood's history. She became a guardian of the town's haunted tales, ensuring that the lessons learned from the past would continue to shape a brighter future. As the years went by, the stories of the mill workers faded into legend, but their legacy lived on. Their spirits, finally at rest, watched over Ravenswood, forever reminding its inhabitants of the enduring power of resilience and the importance of remembering the ghosts from the past. The coastal town of Seaview was known for its serene beaches, but beneath the tranquil surface lay a dark secret that whispered through the salty air. It was a secret that had lingered for generations, hidden within the abandoned shipwreck that lay on the outskirts of the town, a vessel that held the echoes of a tragic past. Emily Johnson, an adventurous young woman with an insatiable curiosity, found herself drawn to the eerie allure of the shipwreck. Legends spoke of ghostly apparitions that haunted the decaying vessel, warning trespassers away with spectral whispers and bone-chilling cries. Intrigued by the tales, Emily embarked on a quest to uncover the truth. Armed with her camera and a determination to document the supernatural, she ventured towards the shipwreck one moonlit night, her heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. As she approached the forsaken vessel, a sense of foreboding washed over her. The wind seemed to carry whispers of warning, urging her to turn back. But Emily's curiosity propelled her forward, determined to face the specters that guarded the shipwreck. Within the decaying hull, Emily's footsteps echoed with an unnerving resonance. Shadows danced along the splintered wood, casting ghostly figures upon the walls. The air grew heavy with an ominous presence, as if the ship itself held the weight of its haunting history. Suddenly, a chill swept through the air, causing Emily's skin to prickle with unease. Whispers filled her ears, eerie voices murmuring words of caution and despair. The ship seemed alive with spectral energy, each creak and groan speaking of a tragedy long forgotten. Heart pounding, Emily turned a corner and came face to face with a ghostly figure, a sailor trapped in the ethereal realm. Its translucent form flickered, its eyes hollow with an endless sorrow. The apparition reached out as if to warn her, its wailing voice a mournful lament. Overwhelmed by fear, Emily stumbled backward, her instincts urging her to flee. She realized the ship's spectral guardians were protecting a hidden secret, and her presence had disturbed the delicate balance between the living and the dead. Haunted by the encounter with the ghostly sailor, Emily's fascination turned into a desperate quest for answers. She delved into the town's historical archives, uncovering the long-forgotten tale of the ill-fated ship and the tragic events that unfolded on its final voyage. Through old newspaper clippings and eyewitness accounts, Emily pieced together the story of the ship's demise: a treacherous storm, a crew lost at sea, and a captain plagued by guilt and regret. The ship had become a floating purgatory, its restless spirits forever trapped in a cycle of anguish and despair. Driven by a newfound empathy, Emily sought to understand the stories of the ship's lost souls and find a way to bring them peace. She immersed herself in the town's folklore and sought guidance from local spiritualists and historians, hoping to uncover a means of communicating with the lingering spirits. Guided by their wisdom, Emily embarked on a spiritual journey. Through seances and rituals, she attempted to bridge the gap between the living and the dead, reaching out to the tormented spirits that haunted the shipwreck. In the depths of her efforts, Emily connected with the ghostly figures, their voices now filled with desperation and a yearning for release. They shared their tales of tragedy and longing, their presence growing stronger with each encounter. Emily became an advocate for the ship's spirits, determined to find a resolution for their restless existence. She sought legal advice, consulting maritime experts and historians, hoping to bring attention to the ship's haunting and ensure its preservation as a historical site. Word of Emily's quest spread, captivating the attention of researchers, ghost enthusiasts, and even paranormal investigators. A team of experts joined her, their combined efforts focused on unraveling the ship's mysteries and helping the lost souls find their long-awaited peace. Through extensive research, they discovered forgotten documents that shed light on the ship's final voyage. The newfound evidence revealed a cover-up, the truth obscured by those who sought to bury the ship's tragic history. Armed with irrefutable proof and guided by the voices of the ghostly crew, Emily and her team exposed the hidden truths of the ship's demise to the world. The ship became a symbol of the past's haunting legacy and the importance of acknowledging and respecting the spirits that lingered. In recognition of their efforts, the ship was declared a protected historical site, serving as a memorial for the lost souls who once sailed its decks. The spirits, finally heard and acknowledged, found solace and a semblance of closure as the town embraced their presence with reverence and compassion. Emily's journey transformed her, not only as a seeker of the supernatural, but as an advocate for the unheard voices from beyond. She became a beacon of understanding, bridging the realms of the living and the dead, and reminding the world of the power of empathy and the enduring legacy of haunted tales.